Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Expanse reaction. This is Road Live, and my name is Matt. So last time on The Expanse we had Cascade, and okay, so I'll open my TXT real quick before I forget. I don't think I wrote anything. Oh yeah, I did write the Project Caliban shit down. Protomolecule Phase 4 hybrid, structure, capability, specification, anatomy, and timeline. Yeah, so that. I also wrote down Roma, Kato, Nico, yeah, whatever. So, last time we had Cascade, and the Rosie crew, which now is... Alex is not there, but Prax is there, so it's a trade-off. They went and tried to find Prax's daughter. Well, they more specifically tried to find the doctor. Doctor... I wrote that down too, I need to remember that. Strickland, Lawrence Strickland. So they're trying to find that doctor, and in order to do so, they found this one guy who also lost his daughter, and he told them there is this other guy called, I think his name was Roma, who will look into anything if you give him chicken. So naturally, Amos beat him half to death and pointed a gun at his face and said, "You're gonna work for us." And then he was like, "Yeah." And then Amos ate his chicken. So, alright, so that happened. And then he looked into, okay, if we can find Dr. Strickland, we can find the daughter, May. And we actually did. We saw them going into the oldest part of the whole station where there are no cameras even. So we saw him go there, and there was also like a woman there that received them there. So it's not just a doctor. He probably has some kind of accomplice or accomplices. So I assume the Rosie crew is just gonna go in that direction and try to see what's up. Prax also found out that there is something wrong going with the plans, and I'm not sure if it's deliberate or not, or if it's just like a byproduct of everything just falling apart, or if the plants are protomoleculed up. That could be a thing. I don't think I said it, but I think after the editing of the previous episode, I was like, oh, that could be a thing. Like, we don't know that. But yeah, the plants are kind of fucky, and he said that he explained the concept of a cascade to us, and it's essentially that in nature, naturally, plants can, like, there can be things going wrong, and nature will just like deal with it because there's so much in an ecosystem that it will just like work anyway. Like, it will just deal with it, and it's like, all right, you're kind of functioning wrong, but that's okay. We'll cover for that, you know, in some way or another. Like, nature will not just go extinct overnight because of one thing going wrong. But when we're talking about like an artificial ecosystem inside of a fucking station in the middle of space and a rock in the middle of nowhere, then one thing can go wrong, and then another thing will go wrong, and then the whole operation falls apart, right? Because it's not nature. So he explained that from what he can tell, the station is fucked. Like, all the plants are just dead, which means the station is fucked. So there you go. He said that. So I don't know if we have a timer on us. I don't know if we're going to evacuate some people or what, but that's what happened on that end of the story. Then we also had Gunny, who... So she desperately wanted to see the ocean, and it even made me think that she was being controlled by like a parasite, a la Metal Gear Solid 5, that desperately wanted her to go to the ocean, and then she will infect the waters, and that's how the protomolecule, whatever. Because we didn't get to see what happened at the end of Paradigm Shift. So that, I thought that, but it wasn't that. It was just the fact that she just wanted to see the ocean. And people have told me, well, you don't understand how much Martians want to see the ocean. And I'm like, yeah, I don't. Like, because like, I am not Martian. I don't see Martians just dying to wanting to see the ocean. I know that they are wanting to terraform the project, and I know we've had like 2 people say like, yeah, I can kind of want to see the ocean, but I didn't understand how much of a big desire that was, like, irrationally so. Well, not irrationally, but like to a length that she will escape from her room just break a window, just run away into the ocean, and just like trade like drugs or whatever to some random ass guy on the screen on the streets, so he can tell her where the ocean is. Well, I think she did it more so to help him and help those people, but whatever. So she went and saw the ocean, and Avasarala managed to track her down before the Mars people tracked her down, and then she was like, "All right, so this is the only time we're gonna talk alone. So here is what I think you saw on Mars, because and here's the thing is that Gunny did say episode before that she saw someone without a backsuit, and then she doubled down on the lie, but she just let that one go, and then everyone super hyper fixated on that, like, what the fuck did you say? And some people on Earth, there was that other guy, that like commander guy, I don't know his name, I think he's Asian, who was like, she's just crazy. But then Aaron Wright and Avasarala are like, there's something going on with that. With what you said, there's something going on there. And Aaron Wright knew, because Aaron Wright actually was working with Joe Mao, and he knew about all this shit. And then he actually came clean. He came to Avasarala and said, like, okay, so here's the deal. I was helping Joe Mao do some crazy shit that he said was going to be good. And then when I saw the meteorite coming to Earth and it was going to kill everybody, I thought, well, shit, maybe not. Maybe it wasn't good after all. So then he just went to Christian and said, okay, so here's everything I have on this shit that Joe Mao was doing. Here you have. Like, I hope we can do something with this. And then at the end of the episode, we saw that what he gave Avasarala was the information for Project Caliban, which we saw was a monster protomolecule humanoid, which is what we saw at the end of Paradigm Shift. And he is a protomolecule phase 4 hybrid. That tells me there's more phases than this one. There's like previous phases, at least 3, and there's probably going to be future phases as well, whatever that is. It's also a hybrid. And Caliban, I looked it up, and it's from like a Shakespeare play, and it's also a monster that is half human, half something else. So that tells me that this is a human that was turned into this, or a protomolecule that was molded into being human of some sort. We don't know. And we don't know to what degree either. Because we've seen like Julie Mao being like a human that is also protomoleculed up, but she didn't look like that. So I don't know. I don't know what these faces are. I don't know what any of that is. But that to me tells me that was the last experiment that Julie Mao was doing. But then the question is, why did they let him go on Ganymede? Just wreck everything and kill everyone. Like, why was that? And I think it's just like, was it just to test his capabilities, what he could do? Or did they wanted to cause a major incident? And why? So, and the fact that he is apparently being supported by the Martian government makes me think that if it was meant to be a political move, then it would be in benefit of Mars. Now, I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't see how. But if it is gonna be that, then the show will just tell me, and I'll be like, oh, that makes sense. But for now, I'm just like, I don't know, man. So, I think that's mostly what happened that episode. We also got a little bit of a maybe exploring into Amos's backstory, and I was like, yeah, I don't want none of that. Moving on. Like, I said that. I don't want to know what the fuck Amos's past is at this point. Like, I do, but I don't. And people have echoed that. People have said like, oh yeah, I read that shit. It's terrible. I don't recommend anyone read it. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, it's probably really bad. So, not bad in the sense of bad quality. Bad in the sense of like, you're going to be miserable. Like, fucking reading Berserk. I don't know if any of y'all read Berserk, but I didn't feel good reading Berserk. And eventually I stopped. Like, 2/3 way through Berserk, I was like, why am I reading this shit? I'm just gonna stop. Berserk is too much. It's making me miserable. It's not bad. It just makes me miserable. So I'm just gonna stop. So that's what I did. But anyway, Yeah, I think that's mostly what we need to talk about for a recap. So yeah, I think we can just jump into the Expanse season 2, episode 11. Let's go. Before the mirrors fell. Oh.
If our client had any doubts, this will put him to rest.
Dr. Strickland.
We needed more time.
After Eros, after Toth, we needed to speed things along.
It's not exactly the most controlled experiment.
It might get a bit messy, but we'll get more answers sooner.
Okay. What did he do? What did he do with that?
Where are we going?
What did it take to fucking believe? Okay, Back to the Future.
You didn't even try to stop me from bashing that kid's head in.
Well, you've taught me a lot about futility.
Nah. I think I just beat you to it.
Protomolecule turned an asteroid into a missile. If we can prevent it from doing something worse, I don't mind bashing some assholes head in.
The greater good.
Most of the original Foundation tunnels were abandoned decades ago. No one lives there.
So they can use it for
But
some
it doesn't mean
abortion.
they can't.
It's been a while since Strickland brought your daughter down here.
I know. Look, I know exactly how much time's passed.
I don't. Can you tell me how much time has passed exactly?
Look, you haven't lost a child.
Yes, I have. My baby boy was taken from me. And I tried to find him, and I failed. It took me a very long time to understand that it wasn't my fault.
Would you have listened to anyone who was telling you what you're telling me now?
I think that was genuine.
What happened to that girl who knew her duty?
Her fire team got killed by a thing on Ganymede that wasn't wearing a vac suit. Why didn't you tell me what really happened?
You were told what you needed to know, and you've helped. Quite enough already. It's time you stopped looking for places to project your guilt. All you need to do now is sit tight, keep your mouth shut, and go home. Transport's on its way. It'll be here in a few hours. You make sure your bags are packed.
You lied to me about Ganymede.
Mm-hmm.
You all lied about Travis. You've been lying to me this whole time.
That's what's bothering you. That's what's bothering you? You may have jeopardized the future of Mars, but all you can think about is your peace of mind. Your whole generation is soft. You're spoiled. I remember we had drill raids in school every...
Oh my god, he's playing the boomer card. Gunny is about to destroy this man.
We had worked so hard to build.
And that's supposed to justify...
Grow up! Peace of mind is a luxury that no Martian can afford, especially not a Marine. You don't follow orders, and a soldier follows orders. You're not a soldier anymore. Dismissed.
Martian destroyer undeclared. Oh yeah,
Martian's
this
not backing off, sir.
Shandian.
Right
I'm gonna write that down. Did they just disappear?
No, they're gone.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, that makes 6. Martians have probably turned this into a drinking game.
Could use a drink myself. The atmosphere above the impact site is far more corrosive than it should be.
Okay.
It's getting worse.
What if we cannibalize the shielding from one to reinforce the other? Lower orbit, drop the probe from there, reduce the time of flight to surface. I bet that gets the job done. We're in uncharted waters. It's worth the risk.
You know what sailors used to say when their ships went past the end of their maps?
Time for a new map.
Here there be dragons. Ominous. Y'all gotta die.
I found a way to get to Jules Pierre Mao.
That's good.
His whole family's reeling under the financial pressure we've put on them, and I think his eldest daughter, Clarissa, is ready to crack.
I got a tip from a friend in the Security Council. When the Eris incident hearings are convened, they're going to make you the star of the show.
My good friend Jules Pierre Mao. If he's not here to pay for his crimes, they're going to take it out on me.
I mean, rightfully so.
What did you tell them?
But
Nothing.
Will you speak on my behalf?
Sadovir.
Sorry, I shouldn't have even said that. I mean, it'd be a dumb move for you, obviously. There's no need to taint yourself with my folly.
this looks exactly the same as it was last time. Like, it looks like the exact same shot. Because it was. She was remembering.
What's happening? Apparently they got wind of an OPA plot to bomb your transport. All traffic in or out of this airspace has been restricted until further notice.
Who sent the notification?
Came directly from Undersecretary Avasarala's office.
Avasarala is the no, you're saying. Avasarala is trying to make her understand that she can become an ally.
So, no one goes in and no one comes out. I bet the guys don't even know they're stranded down there.
Priority alert. All vessels into Jupiter AO.
What's this? The Carcoom can land on Ganymede. Don't interfere with it. Why?
Way the hell out in the middle of nowhere. Smells like Black Ops to me.
Now show me the orbital paths of all the Jovian moons.
Is he gonna hide within a moon?
Well, no one said it was gonna be easy. All right, darling. Saddle up.
Everybody knew that a field test might cause collateral damage.
Not like this. This will delay the transfer.
So this is just a field test.
Goddamn war.
Yeah, okay, so the war wasn't the plan.
It's a chrysalis. A butterfly will squeeze its way out of there soon. When I was a little boy, I was about your age. I saw one trying to get out.
This guy looks like Tony Hawk.
Split open the casing, and the butterfly came right out. But it couldn't fly. It was supposed to struggle. Squeezing its way out of that tight casing pushed fluid from its fat body into its wings. Don't you want to be able to fly one day?
You're gonna turn her into something else, aren't you?
We're explorers, and we're off on a grand adventure.
It was like a D&D session.
And we may learn the secrets of the universe.
Watch them turn her into a literal proto-molecule dragon. There you go.
What's happening?
The cascade. In real nature, there's enough
It
diversity.
means this station is fucked.
I like that. He was gonna explain again and then was like, no, we're fucked.
Mrs. May's medicine.
Yeah.
She
This
needs
is
to
the
show
exact
for
same
the day.
spot where we're standing.
Strickland's keeping her alive.
What are you doing here?
You boys ripping wire?
We need it. This will buy us passage off this ice ball.
Secure message received. Caracum is en route. Okay, so he knows about whatever the Caracum is. The Black Ops shit.
What's on your mind, Sergeant?
I was the one who fell. He carried me on his back. You know, I used to think he told that story to make me look good. Good Roberta, so dutiful. But now I think it was more for him. I want to know what really happened on Ganymede.
We're done here.
Yes! Yes!
What happened to my team?
You'll get a firing squad for this.
She doesn't give a shit. Also, she has Avasarala's protection, pretty much.
Sacrifice for the dream of Mars.
What killed my team?
I'm surprised someone's broke into the room yet. No one can hear this.
Project Caliban. Show the field test.
In an unrehearsed battlefield demonstration, a single unarmed
It was a field test, yeah. They were just tasting his capabilities.
The drone you were watching.
Yeah, the drone was theirs. I got that one. Yeah, yeah.
That thing slaughtered my team. We were a goddamn sales demo.
It was for the good of Mars.
Oh, bash this guy's head into a wall. Alright, we need to go to Christian.
Captain Martins needs to see you.
Oh, and she's gonna take out whoever's out too. Alright. We need to go to Christian. She's like the only person that can give us some sort of protection now. Let's fucking go, Gunny. Earlier I said she's just gonna beat this man's ass. And she didn't, but then she came back and did it anyway. Gunny's coming out the ranks in characters that I like. She has blood on her knuckles. She didn't even try to wipe them off.
That's her! Stop!
The-
Stop or we'll shoot! No, we're not authorized.
Oh, they're not authorized to shoot.
On UN soil.
I am Gunnery Sergeant Roberta Draper, Martian Marine Corps. I am requesting political asylum on Earth.
Political bullshit. Martian soldiers can do nothing. Those guards can do nothing. And since she just went to the border and said like, okay, help me out, Earth. He's riding gravity, isn't he? So she's using the air thrusters in order to move, but no engines. Oh. Is that the fucking... Is that the Caracum? I think that might be the Caracum. Did they see you? Okay, I think they didn't. She did take the data pad from Mr. Mars. So
What the fuck are you looking at?
Not entirely sure.
When I said I need your help, I didn't mean create a diplomatic incident.
Then you should have been more specific.
Yeah, but
You're right about that thing on Ganymede, ma'am. It was a weapons test. Me and my team and your Marines too, we were caught in the middle.
That test nearly triggered a system-wide war.
The weapon's up for sale and Mars wants it. Badly. The peace talks, they were delaying action to buy time. To complete the terms of the contract, I guess.
okay then.
I took that off Captain Martin's. He's in on it for sure. And I bet Minister Korshunov is too.
Get it to Sick End right away. We need to know what's on it as soon as possible.
Those boys will crack it like an egg.
Oh, they're gonna take. They might kill Mr. Spyman and take the fucking databed back. She's gonna be a refugee on Earth now, isn't she? I mean, looking into the future, that's like the only thing she's gonna be, unless we hire her as a soldier. Oh.
This must be my lucky day.
Oh.
Give me a gun. Do you know how to use one? No, but I'm ready to fight for my daughter.
This is safe. Hey, this is fire, okay? Don't shoot us.
The way he's carrying it, just like I like that because he doesn't look like he has any. Oh my god, he's fiddling with it, just like which one was which? You're celebrating, you bunch of assholes.
Do you like pizza?
You think you're funny?
That's not going to happen.
Don't be stupid.
Why don't you put down those guns? And let's talk this out before things get ugly.
Practice gonna freak out. I can't believe they missed every shot. Never mind, I almost got shot. I almost got hit.
Hold still. Lucky. It went straight through.
How come I'm the one who always gets shot?
A cryopod?
Also believe that you understand what the proto-molecule is and what it represents for humanity. I can't afford to waste any more time finding allies, only for you to bring them down. If you truly have the best interests of Earth at heart, you will meet with me, and we will come to an accommodation. You immediately cease all punitive actions against my family. We meet in person, on a ship of my choosing, outside UN control. You will come with a limited escort. Don't refuse this offer. It won't be repeated.
This is an assassination, bro.
It's a fucking trap.
Oh, you're so predictable.
And so are you.
She's gonna do it.
There's nothing to gain by killing you. Everything to gain by converting you to his cause.
That's my argument, you know.
All right, fine. It makes no sense that it's a trap, which is exactly why it has to be one.
Playing 4D chess here.
You're going to accept.
I already did, an hour ago.
Oh shit. God damn it. They took her into a cryostasis chamber. But I think that is a conversion pod or something, isn't it? Oh yeah, they're growing kids into Project Calavans. Yep.
What are you doing? I came here to destroy the proto-molecule, and that's what I'm gonna do.
He's gonna destroy that room. Or space it or whatever. Incinerate it. Okay. Don't know why we had... That looked like we... Why did we even have that? Okay, to throw a grenade. It must... Wow! Get fucked! Oh no, they awoke in a Caliban! They awoke in a proto-molecule, dude! They're fighting it now. Oh, we're way beyond our pay grade. We cannot take on a boss right now. 4 fully equipped Martian MCRN soldiers and like 7 Earther soldiers cannot take one of those. We cannot take it either. We have Wounded Amos, Holden, Prax who doesn't know the wheel of fucking gun, and Naomi. Like, okay.
Probe telemetry is good.
Can this probe make it? It hit surface. It hit surface.
Okay, we're in.
Oh, I see a lot of blue. I see a lot of fucking blue. We're finally gonna see the Smurf planet. Yeah. That is the crash ice, isn't it? Yeah.
was that?
And immediately died. Okay. That was a lot of blue. That's what that was. Yeah, we broke one of them free. Maybe even more than one. Oh boy, yeah, it just ripped everyone apart. We're not equipped to deal with a boss fight right now. We really not. Oh, Amos just is wielding with a single hand like a badass because he can't use his left arm. That monster could have been May too. That's the fuck thing.
I think something broke out of this.
Yeah.
This is anesthetic gas. The alarm we heard was a depressurization alert.
Oh, it's free.
The inner door closed automatically when the outer was...
It's free. It's free on Ganymede. She's alive. Just gonna give us that final piece of information before we die.
With the proto-molecule? Where's Strickland? What did you do to my daughter?
Oh, wait, I'll tell you.
Answer me!
I don't think she can talk right now.
Please.
Like you helped that kid in the incinerator? Or anyone on Eros?
Don't be vengeful. She's the only one that can give us information.
What were you doing?
I mean, he's right, but like, if she dies, she cannot tell us anything.
We made it in our own image. A lot more.
It's a she. It's probably May. It might be May. Alright, there we go. I don't know. I feel like we could have saved her for more answers.
Hold on there, buddy.
Is it Alex?
How come you're always the one getting shot?
I know, right?
How the hell did you find us?
MCRN, they set up a no-fly, but they cleared a Black Ops ship to land right here, so we got the figure in.
Stand by, we're gonna suit up and come out.
Roger that.
Jem, I'm not going with you. If the proto-molecule was here, it could be in 50 other places by now, too.
We're just gonna have to find all of them.
We have to do good where we can, when we can. I'm going back to make sure the somnambulist is up and running. And I'm going to help Melissa get as many people off this station as we can before it dies.
If we don't catch that thing out there, a lot more people will die.
People die every day. I wanted to believe we could stop this. We can't.
This is a weird stance to take. Like, I was following her up until a point, and then I was like, wait, what?
Take Amos with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Come on.
Prax, go with them.
No, I'm going with you.
Bex is gonna follow me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Proper thank you. So is the party splitting? For real?
Chief?
Oh boy. It's the Blue Man Group.
Clear as hell seems like it's looking at us.
Oh no.
Mother of God, that thing ain't got a vaccine on.
We're going on a hunt.
Alright. We cannot take that thing out ourselves, bro. We can't. Alright, that's the end of the episode. Oh, okay. So it appears that the party is splitting. That's weird. Like, okay, so Naomi doesn't want to go with Holden anymore, chasing this proto-molecule thing. Because, okay, so her thought process is that she just believes, well, fuck it. Like, we're not going to be able to save the world from this proto-molecule threat. I'm just giving up. So what I'm going to do is instead I'm just going to help the people that I can immediately help. The people immediately right next to me. So that is essentially what she is saying. But it was weird the way it was said, because she was like, I'm just gonna help the people around me. And Holden was like, but if we don't stop that, then way more people are gonna die. And then Naomi was like, people die every day. And I'm like, wait, so don't save them then. So don't help the people immediately right next to you then. Like, it doesn't matter. So it is a sentimental thing of like, I cannot stand seeing someone in front of me in a bad situation without helping them. Versus the greater good, which is just like, we're going on a mission and down the line, this will be beneficial to everyone. So it is that difference of like following an ideal or a crusade or whatever, a mission that will benefit people in the end, like for a goal, for a good goal, versus just just helping the people right next to you that are dying. Just give them food, man. Just help them get out, you know? That is the difference. And I like it because I did mention this difference, and it was brought up in Weeping Somnambulist, where Holden is clearly, and I think the lady, I think she just said her name was Melissa, referred to Holden as like someone on a crusade. And even Naomi has said before that she has met people like that, people that are just like men on a mission. And there is a difference between that and just helping the people right next to you. And sometimes you choose one or the other. Sometimes, and what ends up happening is that if you commit to your mission, to your ideals, you end up shafting the small people that are right next to you because you don't have time for them. And I feel like the group has been put in enough situations where that has happened that Naomi is now just like, I'm done. I'm just gonna help these people right next to me, man. Whenever I see someone that needs help, I'm just gonna do that. Instead of following this like mission that we have, trying to stop the alien threat or the proto molecule and this conspiracy. It's like, I'm done. I'm just gonna help this woman out that just lost her husband. I'm gonna make sure her ship runs, and I'm gonna get all these people in the station into the ship, and we're just gonna leave and escape, and we're gonna be good, and I'm just gonna help them out. So I'm like, okay, sure. Like, I understand that. I just thought the way she said it was a little bit weird, but I understand the thought process, and I understand the sentiment. If we're up to me, I feel like I would also be the person that would just be like, I'm just gonna help the people right next to me, man. Like, I'm not gonna go on this like massive mission. I can't do that. So we have that. And Amos went with Naomi because of course he did. And well, Holden sent Amos with Naomi, and Amos was like, yep. I figured he would anyway. He would have anyway. But Holden is like he cares for her, so he's like, all right, you're gonna need an escort in order to get out of here. And Amos is our most capable. I know he just was wounded, but he's still the most capable. So, yeah. So he's going with you. So those two left. So and Holden told Prax to go with them as well, and Prax was like, no, I'm going with you. Because this is the way to potentially find May. So he's like, no, I'm going with you. So Prax is staying, and I assume Alex is also staying. So, all right, the party has been split, properly divided. Like, it's not only that they just split for like a mission. It's like, no. Our goals are quintessentially different right now. So half of the party is just gonna go do that, and the other half is just gonna go do that. Like, sure, that's an interesting way. It's not just splitting the party in the sense of we're just gonna meet up at the end. It's like, no. We're just gonna go do different shit now. Goodbye. Like, that's it. Now, I figure they will still meet up. Like, I think we'll still may follow. Okay. We may follow Naomi and Amos if they can think of ways that they can have a conflict. And I'm sure they could. So if they can give conflict to Naomi and Amos, then we can follow them. If it's just a matter of like, we're helping these people and getting out and that's it, there's nothing else, we're just doing charity work, then we don't have to follow them. But I think that we might. I think that they might encounter some issues on their own side of the story, and we might follow them. At the same time, we're following Holden, Prax, and Alex. So that's what I think they're going to do with that. I just think it's very interesting to split them like that. The whole party dynamic shifts again. Like, it shifted when Prax came in. Not a lot because we didn't have that much time, but now it shifted even harder. Now it's just like, all right, the original party, the OG party was split into two. And now the new guys stayed with the actual main party, which is following the proto molecules. So now it's like weird. Because now it's Holden, Alex, and Prax. So now we have edgy main character. We have sad dad. And we have cool guy, who is also like super nervous about shit. Okay, I want to see how that plays out. Because Amos, I feel like Amos and Naomi were quintessential to what the party was. Now that perception of me is gone. Now it's just like and it's even crazier because Prax and Amos were like the closest two in terms of for Prax at least. Amos clearly care about Prax meeting up with the daughter again, and his daughter as well. So he clearly care about that goal. So now that he's gone, Prax is just like kind of just like tagging along. But I hope there will be more dialogue there, so there can be more personality and more bond be formed between Holden and Prax, Prax and Alex. And we can go back to Naomi Amos, which I think we haven't had in a little bit. So yeah. So Gunny, that part of the story got really fun, got really interesting. So Gunny decided. Okay, so first of all, they just said, Gunny, fuck you. You did a lot of stupid shit. You don't follow orders. You're done. You're done as a soldier. You're out. There's just gonna be this like Martian carrier. They're just gonna take you back home and you're done. And she was about to go, and then the carrier just went right back. And then it turns out that Christian of Avasarala sent an order that said like, oh, there was some OPA bomb threat on that carrier. We can't risk it getting close to us. Could be really bad. So then it just went back. It just went right back. And Gunny read the room as like, okay, so she wants me to stay. She wants me to do something. And at the same time, previous episode, Christian was like, we need your help. We need to work together. So with all that in mind, and with some of the stuff that the fucking asshole Martian dude said, I don't remember his name, I don't care. But what Gunny said, what that dude said while talking to Gunny the first time, was essentially just like, you knew what you needed to know. Like, that's it. You knew what you needed to know. Like, there you go. That was the end of that. But Gunny, afterwards, she thought about it, and she just went and said like, okay, I'm gonna request to meet up with this man. And then she went to the commander man, and then she was like, all right, so here's the deal. You're gonna tell me what the fuck happened to Ganymede. You lied to me, you son of a bitch. And the dude was like, fuck you. So then Gunny was like, fuck you. And then she just punched him, slam his face into a screen, broke the screen, slam his face into a wall, just like punch him real good for a little bit. And then she was like, all right, you're gonna tell me what the fuck you did. What the fuck happened? What was that thing at Ganymede? What is what you're not telling me? So then the dude just grabbed the data pad and he was like, okay, so this is it. And he showed Gunny, and Gunny was like, oh, you son of a bitch. So it is this thing called Project Caliban. It is a weapon developed by, well, it's like a bioweapon. I don't think she heard that it was developed by Jupiter Mao. And then she was like, all right, so you wanted to buy this weapon. And that what you did at Ganymede was a test field to see how it could perform. And that drone that I saw was a legit ass drone that you sent in order to see how it would work, in order to see what it was capable of. So it really was just to measure its abilities. It was the great old Itachi Uchiha. And, well, that's not true. That's not what actually happened. But it was that. And I'm just like, really? That was just it. So then, of course, Gunny was going to be like, fuck you. You just send my friends to die just to see how well it would perform? And the dude was like, it was for the greater good of Mars. And then she's like, all right. And she just punched him in the face, knocked him out real good. And then she just went to the door, said like, hey, Mr. Martian Man, he needs your help. And then the guard came in and she just bashed his head, immediately knocked him out into a wall. And then she just casually walked out of there, just didn't even wipe the blood off of her hands. She just casually strolled out. People look at her. She was like, no, I'm good. And then Martian guards started chasing her, and she's like, all right, I have time to run. And then she started running, and people, the guards were like, shoot her, and they're like, we can't. And it's like, that's true, they can't fire in this fucking UN soil. Like, It would be a terrible disaster if they did. So they can't. They're just running after her, and she's fucking Gunny. She's like the best soldier ever. So of course she's outrunning them. And then she just gets to the border, and all the Earth soldiers are pointing guns at her, and she's like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm surrender. Like I am Sergeant Gunnery, Roberta Draper, and I request Earth asylum." Political asylum. And everyone's just like frozen, like, what the fuck? So there you go. She did the smart thing, and she immediately decided, all right, I'm gonna figure out the truth. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this man. I'm gonna take this data pad. I'm gonna get into information. I'm just gonna run to the fucking border and say, like, Christian Flora, save me. And she did, and it worked. And the thing is that, like, yes, that was a very like reckless thing to do. It wasn't the smart thing to do. At the same time, I don't know what the smart thing to do would have been. Because she literally just caused an international conflict incident, kinda, because like she is Martian and she beat up another Martian guy, but at the same time she went and required asylum on Earth, so it's like the whole situation is gonna be a little bit fucky. But she did get a lot of information for Earth, a lot of information that Martian men had, and it is assumed that the Prime Minister probably also knew about this. So now it's just... Now, Gunny's reality is probably broken. It's destroyed because she just lost all of her friends, all of the people that she worked with, just to see if that gun worked well. They just grab a gun, they shoot all of them in the head and say, like, boy, this is really accurate. And then she's just like, fuck you. Fuck you, I'm done with this shit. Which is a smart thing to do. And even previous episode, we saw that she started learning a little bit more about Earth and what it mean to be an Earther, what it is to live on Earth. Because before this, she had this perception of Earth people being like lazy, they don't work, they're a bunch of assholes, they don't give a shit. We Martians, we work hard, and that's where we're better. But then she got to Earth and she learned that all the people are just struggling to survive. And Christian even said they don't get enough opportunities. Like, we as the government don't give them enough opportunities to actually do something. So it's not that they are lazy, they just don't have the ability to do anything. So after learning that, I feel like Gunny's world is altering in her mind, and her perception of it is just completely changed. So now she can't go back to Mars. She absolutely cannot. So now I think that she's just gonna... So she has two ways that she can go. She can just become an Earth citizen, and she's just gonna live on Earth now, or she can become a soldier for Earth, which would be a weird thing to do, but they could do it if they wanted to keep Gunny relevant in the plot. So either of those could happen, and that would be quite fun. Actually, I would enjoy that. Regardless of what they do with Gunny, I really like the direction they took that character in. By the way, I really like that because she was so hardcore one side, and then she was like, oh. And then she's just like, all right, fuck that shit. I'm gone. I'm over there now. So I really like that. Because after they kill your friends, it's like, fuck you, I'm done. I'm out. I'm gonna punch you in the face, and I'm out. So I like that so much. What they did with her. What she's doing, great. I understand it might not be the smartest thing to do. I don't give a shit. She's great. Moving on. So... Immediately after that, Christian got a message from Mao. Just a private message just from Mao. I'm like, yo, okay. So showing up again and directly to Christian. And the message said, like, okay, so I'm tired of your shit. So we're gonna meet up. We're gonna meet up and we're gonna talk. And these are my terms. And they are non-negotiable. So we're gonna meet up at a ship that I design at a place that I design, and we're just gonna talk there. You're gonna have a limited escort, and it's like, all right. So then the question is this a trap or it isn't? And that was the argument that she had with Spyman. I forgot his name, but Spyman, where Spyman is like, it has to be a trap, and then she's like, all right, why? Like, tell me why? And he's like, well, he has everything to gain, nothing to lose at this point, because his secret is public, everybody knows it. And then And then she goes like, you're arguing for my point of going, right? And he's like, yeah, but it's so obvious that it can be a trap that it has to be a trap. It's like 4D chess. Like, so Christian is like, all right, never mind. Like, it doesn't matter because I already said yes. So I'm going to meet up with him and see what happens. Christian might die. That would be bad because I really like Christian. I think she's fucking taking no shit granny. She's the best. But anyway, so that's going down maybe next episode. Errorite is apparently gonna be. Oh, this looks bad. Because the secret is we know the secret, like Christian knows the secret, and Errorite knows the secret. The thing is that if Christian gets taken out by Jupiter Mao, that is one person down. And Errorite is a scapegoat, so nobody's gonna believe him probably. Because Jupiter Mao has infinite money. So that's the second one down. And then Jupiter Mao is free to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. Fuck. If that is literally what happens, I'm gonna be so mad. Because it's like, I can tell already what they're doing if they do it. And it's already depressing. So hopefully that's not the route they're gonna go. Hopefully they're not just gonna kill Christian off and tell Errorite that he was the one to guilt, he's a scapegoat, and then Jupiter Mao is free to do whatever he wants. That would be really bad. But it is a possibility. Anyway, they found... Yeah, like, that's the thing, is that, like, the spy man found a lot of info... Because of Gunny, they found a lot of information on Mars and what they're doing with the brown molecule, but because of what I just said... Anything that Earth do might not matter because the Earth people that care might be gone. Like next episode, as soon as next episode, because they did say that Errorite is going to be the one that is probably going to have to is going to have to eat it. So, yeah. So they send probes to see what the fuck is happening at Venus. Because, like, this is taking way too many episodes. Actually see Venus, I'm just like, come on, man. Just give it to me. Just do it. So, they're sending probes to see what's going down on Venus. And every probe is disintegrated before they hit the ground. Or maybe not disintegrated, but it falls apart. So, when they have two probes left, they come up with the idea of, like, okay, what if we just grab one of the casings of one of the probes that we have left and reinforce the chassis of the second. So by doing so, it might resist enough, and also if we lower the ship enough that it might not have that much like atmosphere to travel through, maybe it will resist enough to make it to the ground. So they do that, and it does actually succeed. It does get to the ground, but they just get to see an image of a lot of blue shit. And then the image immediately dies. And everyone goes like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, well, that was Proto Molecule, bro. But that's it. We didn't get to see more than that. So we got 2 seconds of footage of Proto Molecule shit. Sure. Not that impressive. But we'll see if some more can be revealed because of it. Also, that ship is being observed by a Martian ship that I think is called the Shandian. It's a Martian destroyer. So this is a Martian destroyer, and I saw it, and it had the word Shandian written onto the side. So I don't know if that is its name or what. I'm actually gonna Google this. I'm gonna Google Shandian and see what it is. Is it a Chinese dragon? Okay, so first result is One Piece Wiki. The second result is the Expanse Wiki. The third result is the English translation of the word that it is apparently Chinese. And fourth result is a village in China. Okay. It's called... Okay, so the translation to Shandian is lightning. Fulmination to fulminate. Okay. So the name means lightning or to destroy, to fulminate. So what that tells me is that ship is gonna destroy something. It is a Martian destroyer, and its name is the Destroyer. Alright, so... that ship might destroy the Arbogast. I think that's the ship where the scientist man is sent, where they're sending the probes. So it might destroy it. That sucks. Yeah. So now that we learned that Mars is actually working with Jupiter Mao and they know about all this crazy molecule shit, then I think that ship is there in order to make sure that they get no information. and so it might just destroy the Arbogast now. It might just do that. So I'm surprised it hasn't yet. Well, because they don't want to cause an international incident, right? But like, we'll see. All right, so moving forward. Alex decides, okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to rescue the guys because there's a no-flight zone rule established around Ganymede. So that kind of sucks. There's also a Martian Black Ops ship that is landing there. It's called the Caracum. And I'm actually... Yeah, let's just Google the name of every ship that we find in this fucking show. Because it might give us an explanation of what it is. So, Haarute Desert is a desert in Central Asia, okay? I want to know what that means, though. I want to know what the name of the word Haarute means. Its name means black sand in Turkic languages. Reference to the dark soil that lies beneath the sandy surface. Okay. So, Haarute means black sand. Or black soil? What was it? I already forgot. Black Sand. Gotcha. So its name is Black Sand. Doesn't tell me much. But okay. So the Caracum. It's a Black Ops Martian ship. It is landing on Ganymede, and it's also landing in the middle of nowhere in Ganymede, so we don't know what that is about. Alex saw that, and he was like, alright, I'm gonna go rescue the guys. And the way I can do it is by using the... I like this. Because he didn't fly the ship into Ganymede, he used the gravity trajectory that the moons have in order to find how a gravity trajectory could take him to Ganymede by using thrusters alone, not engines. So he didn't fly the ship there. He just positioned the ship in such a way that there is gravity that pulls him in a specific pathway, and then he uses the thrusters, which I think is just compressed air, to just nudge him in the directions that he needed to go and just give him a little boost. So by doing so, he managed to travel all the way to Ganymede. And in the way, he met another Martian ship that might have been the Caracum that was doing the same thing. And then he was like, oh shit, and then he hit, and apparently they didn't see him, so then he was like, alright, so I have to remember that these planets are both a shield for me as well as for other people. So, that's that. So, good job, Alex. That was very big brain of you. That was pretty cool. Let's talk about... Okay, so Naomi dropped a little bit. Something that I don't think she... Maybe she has referenced this before, but it was never brought up fully. And it's the fact that she might have had a kid who died. And then she blamed herself for it. But she's trying to give Prax this like advice of like, listen, whatever happens is not your fault. There's nothing you could do here. There's nothing that you could have done. And Prax is like... So, like, Naomi's advice is like, don't lose yourself in this like thing if there's nothing you can do. If it can't be helped, it's just like, don't feel like shit, don't guilt yourself for it. And Prax is like, if someone had told you that what you're telling me right now before when you were in this situation, would you have listened? And she was like, no. So then it's like, all right, then let's go. And then Prax was like, Amos, give me a gun. And Amos was like, you know how to use a gun? And he was like, no, but I'm ready to fight for my daughter. And I like that Amos was like, all right, then, you get the gun. So then he gave him the gun, and he was like, all right, so this is safe. This is ready to fire. Prax wasn't paying attention. No, look at me. This is ready to fire. Okay, remember, this is how you do it, okay? So then they all equipped with guns. They went into this room, and they found the scientist lady as well as several other scientists and a couple guards. They were just chilling. They were just eating pizza, just hanging out, just laughing. And then the door opened, and it's like, oh, a bunch of guys with guns just broke in. What's up, guys? Anyone want pizza? And it's like, really? So then they go like, all right, tell us what's happening here. Tell us what's May. Where's Dr. Strickland? There's all this shit. And they're like, there's no need to fight. We can just talk or whatever. I don't remember who said that. It might have been Holden. But Prax saw May's backpack just to the side. And he was like, May was here. So then he just grabbed the gun. He was like, tell me where May is. And immediately the guards were like, all right, there's a shoot-off happening. So the guards just grabbed the guns and just started shooting. And everyone just, anyway, started blasting. You know, everyone just started blasting. And Prax almost got killed. And Amos saw that he was about to get shot. And he tackled him into the ground as to not get shot. But Amos got shot on the shoulder. On the arm, shoulder, I don't know, somewhere around here. Which made him unable to use his left arm. But that didn't stop him. Because... so we took out every guard, so there were just a couple scientists left alive that hid themselves into like the side room, and then from the side room they tossed a grenade to where the Rosie crew were, and Amos was just like right next to it, and he just saw it, and he was like, grenade, and he just immediately just like went to the grenade, grabbed it, opened the door, and tossed the grenade back to where it came from. And it blew up on the scientists themselves. And I was like, oh, you fucking dumbasses. How's that now? And then we kept hearing screams and guns shooting. And I'm like, oh no. We just freed one of the molecule monsters that was hidden in there, didn't we? And everyone, and it's just, we just hear conflict. We just hear conflict from the other side of the door. And then when we go in, we finally see just everyone's just torn apart, just dead. Just on walls, blood everywhere, and there's this like one like capsule where something was clearly inside, and they said like, oh yeah, there was like sleeping gas inside of it, so something was supposed to be asleep there, and now it's broken, and that thing is clearly free. So that was one of the molecule monsters there, and they go in, and I'm like, you're not ready to fight this, because it took out 6 highly advanced Martian Marines and like 7 Earth people soldiers, like no problem. So he can easily just fucking wipe the floor with every single one of you. Luckily we didn't fight it, but Alex came from the other side, and he's like, hey guys, I got here, I came here to save y'all, so that's good. But the thing is that then he saw the molecule monster outside, and it's like, it's right there, he's looking at us, and then he started running, and Holden was like, okay, we're gonna chase it. So okay, and also the party split before that, but it seems that Holden, Prax, and Alex are gonna chase the I'm not sure if the name of that is Project Caliban. Let's just refer it as the Caliban. I don't think it's an individual. I think it's just like all of them. But I think that monster might also be May, because that's what they're doing. They showed that there was a kid on an incinerator room that was cryogenically frozen and also had a bunch of molecule on her. And I thought it was May, but it's not. Prax confirmed it. But that's what they're doing. They're just juicing all these children with molecule, and they're using them to be turned into Project Calibans. That would be the logical assumption, wouldn't it? Like, if that comes as a reveal, I'm going to be upset. Like, if that comes as, like, no way, I'm going to be upset, because that's the logical assumption. Because we saw them all putting all the children and giving them molecule, and then we also saw Project Caliban in the exact same room, so I'm like, yeah, so me saying that monster could have been made just because it would be really fucked up, and it would be good for blood reasons, it would just be fucked up for Prax, so therefore it would be a good thing to do. It is coming true, isn't it? That monster we saw wasn't May on Ganymede the first time, but they are going to do it anyway, I think. So, I think that's it. May's just going to be a pro-molecule juiced up monster now. And that's just going to be sad. And we're just going to have to deal with it. And it might be the one that we just saw too. So there you go. So there is some fuckery going to go down on Ganymede, because there's the Martian Black Sub team, the Caracum. There is the pro-molecule, the monster that just broke free. There's Holden and Alex and Prax. And Naomi and Amos might do something. I don't know if they're gonna, but they might. We'll see later. Like, my thought immediately was like, how are they gonna get out of the Ganymede? Because, like, getting out of there is immediately like already super difficult. Like we've established there's a no-flight zone. So how is Naomi and Amos gonna leave with the fucking weeping somnambules? How are they gonna do that? I don't know. But fuck it. We'll just figure out later. Or maybe we won't figure it out. Maybe we'll just overlook that. But anyway, so that's what's happening. Fucking Dr. Strickland. First of all, he looks like Tony Hawk a little bit. Second of all, he's just... So he is tricking all his children to go with him with candy and leaves. And going like, it's okay, it's gonna be fun. It's like a fun adventure. And then they get all fucked up with pro-molecule shit. So there you go. That's what's going down. That sucks, but anything else worth talking about? I don't like how they just let that woman die, by the way. And I think that's actually a good point of character development that is happening with Holden and everybody, but mostly Holden, where the scientist woman, they just left her to die. She was just all kinds of fucked up, and she was like, please help me, and she was like trying to reach to like some medical supply or something to staunch the bleeding or something, I assume. And they were like, no, you're gonna tell us what happened. You're gonna tell us what you're doing. And she did drop some information, but like I feel like that is not the smart thing to do. Like I understand that this is a bad person, and I understand that she probably does deserve a punishment, and I'm not gonna lose sleep over this person dying. But I think it also is a stupid decision to do because this person knows a lot. And we can just save this person. She's already kind of fucked up. She needs help to survive. So fuck it. Help her and then force her to tell us all the information that she can. If she wants to live. Like, easy. But instead, we just let her die and she gave us a little bit of information, but I feel like we could have gotten more. We could have gotten a lot more. So, here is where we have the parallel with Miller and Dresden. The fucking mad scientist Dresden. Where Miller just shot him in the head. He was like, fuck you, you're done. You're such an asshole, I hate you. And then he said, like, I didn't kill him because he was something crazy. I killed him because he was making sense. And we cannot risk him making sense, so we're just gonna kill him right away. I like that. But at the same time, Holden did something similar here where he was like, fuck you, you're dead. You're gonna tell me everything that you know before you die. But I'm not gonna help you. He refused to help her. Which is not a, let's say it's not a light side thing to do. And I feel like Holden previous season would have helped this woman and would have like saved her and then questioned her. Holden right now is done. Holden right now is just like, no, fuck you, you're dead. But tell me what you know, which is a very different approach. So I just feel like I needed to point that out. And this is, I think that this is just straight up development, is it, for Holden? Like, not necessarily development, but like, this is a character changing over time. It's not that Holden is just like, this is it, this is what he is. It's like, no, he's changing. Because like, people do that in real life. All characters change over time. And this is something that I think they're doing with Holden, and they're not necessarily giving it a lot of importance to it. They might later, they're going to be like, well, look what you've become or something like that, or he's going to think that. But now I think that he's gone through so much that he's just like done. So now his methods are getting darker, even if he's doing it for the greater good. He's just like, yeah, fuck that lady, So sure, I feel like I need to point that out because I think that's pretty good. So anything else worth talking about this episode? The party split. I already talked about that. Alex came to rescue them. Dr. Strickland and the other woman. They're just making pro-amalgam monsters. They're making Calivans. Gunny. The Gunny thing was so good. I like that she just beat the shit out of this man and just said, fuck you, I'm out. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Also how Amos just saved Prax. And I like that Prax said thank you. Because I really like Like, I really like the dynamic between Prax and Amos, and I'm sad that we're not going to see that now because the platter is splitting. But hopefully we'll see Prax dynamic with someone else, so that would be fun. That would be fun. So yeah, that should be it. Yeah. I already said what I could expect about what's going to happen with the Pro Molecule thing with Jupiter's Mao and Christian and Aaron Wright. Dude, if it literally is that, if that they're just gonna take out Christian and Aaron Wright is gonna take the fall and Jupiter Mao is gonna go hands free in order to do some fuckery with Mars, I'm just gonna be so fucking mad, because fuck that shit. Because like I can already see it, and if it just becomes that, I'm gonna be like fuck. But anyway, yeah. So that's it for this Expanse reaction. I think we're done. So yeah, thank you for being here, and I'll see you next week. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of The Expanse reaction. If you would like to see next one, it should already be up on Patreon as well as full length. Check out the links in the description, and I'll see you next time. Okay, take care.